Hello, today is going to conduct an IELTS speaking mock test. You are appearing this mock test at Overseas Medical Institute, and your candidate name is Larov, but a candidate I mean of Suptamai Manjay Island. No, kiss me. Your examiner name is Kius Yorora, and the examiner code is 5628.
Okay.
So, yes, tell me your full name, please,
My full name is Raghav Soni.
and what can I call you?
You may address it by my first name Raghav.
Okay, Raghav. So, tell me about your hometown.
Well, my hometown is located in the state of Haryana. My hometown name is Yamuna Nagar. It is well popular for its timber market in Asia, as there is also a lake called Yamuna River, and that river is also worshipped by many of the uh, population in my country, in my city. So that is the
Which is a more favorite place in Minnesota.
The most famous place in my city is the Budia Sahib Gurdwara, because many of the people like to visit there on the Sunday, as this place is well popular um for the traditional and cultural aspects. So this is the well-known destination in my city.
Okay. Is there any way you dislike about your hometown?
Not not totally, but one thing that I do not like about my city is that the road infrastructure is not so good, as many of the roads are being affected by the heavy vehicles. So government should prohibit the heavy vehicles in the daytime.
Outer. So let's go on talk work friends now. How often do you go out with friends?
Normally, I with go out with my friends in the evening time, because in the evening time it is a good activity for me to spend my time with my friends, as we usually roam in the model town, because that model town is also appears beautiful in the night, because the night time there were plenty of shops.
Do you go out with friends?
Most um, I mostly go with my friends. I mostly go with my friends in my city with a few ranges. As recently, I have discovered so many tourist places with my friends.
Say, tell me about your best friend at school.
My best friend in my school was Ankit, and because of his intelligence, I admired him the most. He was also popular in school because he has cleared some competitions in very easiest way. So that's why I say that my best friend Ankit was very intelligent and bright student at that time.
How friendly are you with your neighbors?
I am very friendly with my neighbors, as I like to socialize with people, as I'm a very sociable person, and as we all know that human is a social animal and like to interact with new people. So I can say that I am also very keen on making new relationships with
Right.
because making new relationships adds some uniqueness in our identity, as in some situations like we are in an emergency, then friends come out to help us. So that's why I want to make more friends.
But which important to you? Friends or happy and well?
Well, i prefer most uh, the I prefer most my family, because family stands where friends cannot. Also, it is seen that in very difficult situations, like we are going out of debts and we are not in a good condition to run our livelihood, then family came to support us. On the other hand, friends are also very important to spend our time, as friends are important in some situations, like we if we are going for a trip or we are on alone, then friends came to us and spend a good time with us.
Alright, says now I'm ready to read a topic, and I would like to talk about the lunch 20 minutes. But before you talk, we have 1 minute to make from lunch. Okay, do you understand? Yes, sir. So, where is your topic? So, I would like you to describe a writer we would like to meet. You will have 1 minute now to make some notes of it. Absolutely, to me. Coming you. People are getting it. Going into the bow. Without you are in the boy. Alright. So the never we have 1 to 2 minutes purpose, so do not worry, it can stop you. I will tell you when the time is up and start keeping on page.
Well, there are a lot of writers that contributes to our society, but today I'm going to tell you about a specific writer that I would like to meet, and that writer name is Chetan Bhagat. That writer is well popular in our society, as he has written so many books and novels, and because his expertise in human behaviors, I admire him the most. Apart from that, he had written more than 100 books on relationships with friends, family, and colleagues as well. Um, and I would like to find out more about him because I want to know that how he gathered all his knowledge and input into the books and novels. As recently, I have read a book written by him that I I do not remember right now, but the novel was very good as he described all of the fundamentals of relationships, how to deal with each other, and how to overcome from the situations while building relationships and conflicts. So at the end, and I would like to meet him because of his great fame. I would also like to know more about what he has opted for his career and how he started all of his writing habits. Um, so I can also gather all this and put into in my life also. So I can also achieve some of the fundamentals of life, like how to react with each other and to being so social in society. It is mandatory for us to have a look on the upgoing events and the theories about the nature of the humans. So
Okay, so let's talk about, age and children. So what kind of books are most popular to children in your battery?
in my country, children are more fascinated about the comics because the comics in itself in themselves are more enjoyable to read, as some books contains more theories and other kind of complex is structures. So children find difficult to read that all. But in the situation like the children, those reading comics and magazines, they find it more interesting to read. So these are the most popular books that children like to read in my country.
Okay, why do you think some children will not read the stereo?
As far as I'm concerned, in this modern era, the advancement in technology influences the children to and individuals to read the things on over the internet, as we have seen that Amazon has also launched a e-Kindle app on which people like to spend their time on reading. But it is seen that the reading habits have been changed because of the entertainment activities, like nowadays people like to see videos on YouTube and watch films.
How do you think children can be encouraged to read more?
From my point of view, children can be encouraged to read more by many ways. First of all, they can be taught by their teachers to read more in the school, because school is a basic thing in which children learn more about the habits and other factors. So school is the most important thing for children to teach them to read more. Also, the second thing is that the children can learn to read from the society as well, as it is our responsibility to teach them that they must spend their time on reading rather than wasting their time on watching videos and playing games on computer.
The next talk about reading for different purposes. Are there any opinion strengths the reading is useful still good now?
Of course, as I am practicing my IELTS, so I think that uh, reading fast is a good activity and good habit to acquire, as in the reading examination the limit of the exam is about 1 hour, in which the aspirant have to complete all of the tasks. So reading fast is a good habit that can allows an individual to achieve more in their examinations.
And are there any job that people need to read a lot?
I tend to think that journalism is a job where people have to spend more time on reading, as it is seen that the majority of news reporters reads news uh, and anchor the news for the public by reading the news. As we seen that people nowadays are also reading more, because the reverse trend has been occurred, as people nowadays like to spend their time in reading, because it also improves our concentration and focus on the subject we are reading. So that is why reading is important for us.
Already, Robert, that I trained the leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So now let's talk about the feedback, how you perform. Overall, it was good, right? But let's start with the first part now. So in the first part, we talked about friends first. So how often do you go out? I think so. There was a problem with this question.
Yes.
So how often means you need to talk one number of times. So maybe you could say I go with my friends once in a week or twice in a week. So this was missing. So that's why just be careful of this. Um Second question was good when you talked about your best friend. The word uniqueness was a nice word, adjective. So encourage you to use more of these words. Next, there was question, what is more important to you, friends or family? So you said, I prefer the most family. So this is grammatically incorrect.
Yeah.
I am more towards my family. So don't mix prefer and the most. Okay? One grammar mistake. So family came to support. Came, family comes. It's because we are talking in the present tense. So don't say past. Family not came, family comes for support. All right. So otherwise, all questions were fine. You were fluent. You had good ideas. Few problems with some words like Gurdwara, people, emergence. So on these three words, you fumbled now. So try to avoid those fumbling and try to stay confident and be fluent as well. All right. Next, we talked about a writer you would like to meet. So you talked about Chetan Bhagat. So this was right. You spoke for around 2 minutes. 2 minutes was up, so that is good. You maintained a decent fluency, right? So that was good. Not really much grammar errors. So well done for that as well. On the improvement side, you can work on few connectors, add one or two connector if you can. Idioms were missing, so try to add some idiomatic phrases as well. 3 words on pronunciation you got stuck on. So Chetan Bhagat, you did relationships and because. So these were the 3 words you get fumbled out. Otherwise, it was good, no problem with that. Next, we move to part 3. So in part 3, we talked about the different kind of books are most popular. So you talked about comic books, but then I don't know. Started talking about theories or complex structures. I think you talked about like they were not able to understand that something, but you didn't mention that what books, textbooks we were talking about. Maybe are there school books, subject books? We didn't mention that. And you just quickly started that those include theories. Which books? Maybe the textbooks in the school for you can compare that, but make sure you add what is it city. Yes. Otherwise, fascinated, enjoyable, interesting. So these were the good adjectives that you used. So well done for this. Other questions were also rightly answered. So you spoke for length, there was fluency. So good work. So overall, just I think there were very few errors and you used some adjectives. Try to use more of them. So this would keep you around 6 to 6.5, right? But without them, you might get even 7 because that's a fumbling thing.